Hello, my name is Annika and I'm a rising freshman at my school. So I first started with my starter project, which was a Simon Says game. I chose this project because it was a good introduction to soldering and the basic parts of a circuit board. Then I moved on to my main project, which was a mini CNC plotter. I made this using disassembled DVD drives, and it can draw any image or text within a 4x4 centimeter square. I chose this project because I enjoy drawing, but I'm also very interested in engineering, and I found that this project was the perfect intersection between these two interests of mine. So now I'm going to have a quick demo of it working. So. Yeah, it's printing back there. So, CNC, or computer numerical control, is when a machine controls either a mechanical tool, but in this case I'm using a pen. My mini CNC plotter has an X, Y, and Z axis. I used two stepper motors for my X and Y axis because I needed them to be very exact. The stepper motor has two parts, the rotor on the inside and the stator on the outside. The rotor is a magnet and that corresponds with the stator, which contains many electromagnets that turn on and off one by one. As each adjacent electromagnet turns on, it attracts the central magnet of the rotor, causing the motor to spin. For my pen up and pen down motion here, I used a DC motor with attachment parts that I found in my DVD drive. I have 3 motor drivers, and these motor drivers are connected to the Arduino, the power supply, and one of the motors. So my CNC plotter runs off of processing software with G-code files. G-code is in the most common numerical control programming language, and it's crucial in making sure that the code can understand what the file contains. In order to create my own G-code files, I used a graphics editor called Inkscape. And in the setup of Inkscape and in the general construction of my project, I faced many challenges, but one of the greatest challenges I had to deal with was trying to create the code, the Arduino code that would work with my CNC plotter. 6 weeks ago, I didn't know anything about Arduino code, but throughout the process of this program, I learned the basics of Arduino code and how to interface my Arduino with the motor drivers. And so the next possible modification that I might add to my CNC plotter is to make it Bluetooth, is to make it run wirelessly through a Bluetooth module. But overall, I had an amazing time at Bluestamp, and I also learned a lot. When I first came here, I had barely any experience in engineering, but throughout the program, I learned a lot, not only about motors, motor drivers, and coding, but also about the importance of documentation of your work and how to work through difficult problems even when it's hard. I'm truly thankful I did this, and I got a lot out of it. Thank you.
So we'd like to open the floor to questions. Please quiz her on technical stuff. She is very well versed and quite an expert in this.
So you got the motors from the DVD drive?
Yes. So you have to disassemble the DVD drives, and these two stepper motors, I had to use 2 DVD drives in order to get them. And surprisingly, this DC motor part was actually from the DVD drive also.
Okay, so the particular motion also is from
Yes.
the drive. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. what was your favorite part about making your design? Like, what was your favorite part about your building it? My favorite part was definitely kind of discovering the Arduino code, because I'd be like, oh, I've got this, and even though I didn't know for sure, but when I ran the test and it worked, that was a really rewarding feeling. Yes.
How many days did it take you to build that?
Well, it's a 6-week program, but I missed about a week and week and a half. But then I did a couple full day sessions to make up for it. So around 6 or 5 weeks.